You're combining technology with human psychology in a unique way. How does your understanding of personality types enhance the user experience on your platform?
I've tested probably about, over 3,000 people that I've met through networking and stuff like that on their personality types. So there's a lot of different personality type tests that you can have people take. Myers-Briggs, Hexaco, Big Five, Enneagram. I love all of them. But what I found as I network with people are not that much different from each other, right? You'll have these polar opposite personalities, like this super outgoing extrovert and this like little timid introvert or something that never wants to go to an event at all. And it's so like knowing this and really getting to know all these people that I've met has really opened my eyes to how can we help everybody make a good experience and meet the right people, because there's people that you'll get along with way better and there's people that you'll absolutely hate and be like, oh my gosh. And one of my biggest pet peeves at a networking event is when someone's complaining about someone's personality, I would say maybe their type or their behaviors, and I'll be like, oh, that's because they're this ESTP Myers-Briggs personality type.
Oh, interesting.
Which is the same type as Donald Trump, which a lot of people have, these butthead things.
Yeah.
In fact, it's weird.
It's like polarity.
4 out of the 5 presidents that have been assassinated have all been the same ESTP personality type.
What?
Yeah, it's interesting. But knowing this information about how people react to things, all of a sudden it's like, okay, how can I help this person meet the right person, right? Instead of someone they're not going to get along with.
Yeah.
So we put this personality test inside of our app and we use it in our seeding algorithm and our way of connecting people. So it's helping you meet the people you'll get along with first instead of the people that you won't get along with.
So it gives you a good experience up front.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then it starts challenging that later on as you've probably developed more experience in that? Or how does that work? Or does it just completely avoid it altogether?
The way our scoring works in our app to help you meet new people is first and foremost, have you met them or not? That's a major score. Have you met them in the last 3 months? That's another scoring factor.
Interesting. Okay.
Because we don't want you sitting next to the same person until some time has passed, and all of a sudden it's like you have new stuff to say, right? But the other thing too with it is it uses personality, and so it has a higher score if you're a good match and a lower score. So it's not going to totally avoid those lower people.
Okay.
You'll still meet everybody because the higher score is, of course, have you met them or not, right? But it's going to help you get introduced to the people you're more likely going to get along with first before people that you won't. And so that's a huge difference, is like knowing, and we do, like I've done a lot of speaking and a lot of I have a podcast called Personality Lounge. Oh, cool. And it talks about all the different types, how to tell what people are just by the way they walk.
That's crazy.
And it's because people are not that different. Huh. And it's like it's like I train my neural nets to pick it up, like almost like the Lie to Me movie or something. But it's I see these different people and I'm like, oh my gosh, you are like the most stereotypical ENFJ or whatever these different types are. Or like I could tell if someone's high in humility or low in humility really quickly. Huh. And so it's like, just because I've tested so many people on Hexaco and gotten to know, like, these are the low humility, low agreeableness people. These are the people that are high openness versus low openness. Like, there's all these different factors that I play in my head when I get to know someone. And so I can figure out someone really quickly.
Yeah.
But knowing this has transformed, I believe, Networkr into this amazing tool to help you actually do this, because we have 5 questions in our app. The first 4 questions is very similar to the Myers-Briggs. The last question we don't show publicly, which is the humility question. Are you high in humility or are you low in humility? Because
that's what I asked you? I can't remember.
You're high in humility. Lucky you. But it's, well, according to our test, you are. It's really cool because that 5th question, we of course hide it, but we use it in our algorithm because the study in Hexaco is that friendships are usually high openness or low openness, like to be with the same type. And same with humility. Low humility people love to hang out with other low humility people, and same with high humility people with high humility. So it's interesting. If I can help those people meet, they can actually build those relationships with each other. I'm not saying they're going to be the most beneficial for everyone, but But a lot of the times when you go to events that are being talked to by like these big people, and they tend to invite all these like low humility people or something, it's like this like attracts like, right?
And then they feel comfortable because they're around people that are like them.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And so we use those 5 metrics in our app to really help people try to find those. And you want to answer the questions correctly in the app because you want to be meeting the right people.
Yeah.
You don't want to be meeting people that you're going to be like clanking with or something like that. But it's we try to do that purposely because that's what makes a major difference in relationships. And I mean, it's interesting because a lot of the people that have taken my test, for example, that have scored low humility, it's so funny. They tell me week after week, I'm coming to your next event. I'm coming to your next event. And they never show up. Even like the day of, like an hour before, I'm going to come. And then they never show up. And I'm just like, why tell me a lie? Like, just tell me the truth.
People pleaser.
Oh, and I there's probably some agreeableness in there for sure, because there's high agreeable, low humility people and all that type of stuff with Hexaco that matter. But it's so interesting to me because people that are low in humility are more often to lie, more often to be selfish, more often to be arrogant. And this one trait in personality can predict all of that. So obviously
that's crazy. Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, like the way people become humble is a really difficult thing. You become humble through pain and suffering, unfortunately. And so people that try to avoid any pain or any suffering or anything like that, they tend to be a little lower on that spectrum, where it's like the humble people are like the stoic people, where they're like, I am willing to endure anything that comes my path, all those types of things, right, that come your way. And it's like they will take it with a smile on their face. And it's like, that is we want those people to meet each other. We want the other people to meet each other. But that's just one aspect of the ranking.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not going to completely make it so that you're never meeting these types of people. We need to meet all these people because they all change us and they all provide different opportunities.